Hello, YouTube. It's a great, wonderful day here at Colorado. Um, Again, I'm traveling with Promise. I've been on YouTube going on a couple months, and my goal is to go live until I get to monetization status, which is at the 500 and at the 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to go live every day until I get to that goal, and then from there, it'll be a few times each week. I did gain 9 more subscribers yesterday, so I have a grand total of 218 subscribers to my channel. If you have recently subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you doing that. So for the last 48 to 72 hours, I've really been honing in on just updating my thumbnails and my trying to get better titles for my content on my channel. I will say I've gotten a good amount of views by just making those changes. Yesterday alone, which is a win for me, is I had 4,000 views on my channel and gained about 16 hours of watch time and 9 subscribers by just going in and just refining my thumbnails and providing better titles. I know there's a lot of AI software out there, like ChatGPT and a few other resources out there, including vidIQ as well, that would help with titles. But I will say this: I tried vidIQ a few weeks ago. I utilized the 7 day trial for vidIQ. I honestly didn't see any success from it. I did everything that I could do to maximize views on my channel. I utilized the thumbnails that they suggested. I utilized the titles that they suggested, and it got me nowhere. It's just a matter of just having a magical title on YouTube and having a great thumbnail with pretty much will draw viewers to your channel. But I will say being authentic may be better than anything. Of course, you can go, like I said, you can use vidIQ, you can use ChatGPT, and a few others, but it doesn't guarantee you that someone's going to go to your channel and view any of your content on the channel. I would just say give it some thought. Most people already would have an idea of what they want to do prior to getting the footage. But I'm someone who I hike at least once a week or once every couple of weeks. So with me, I would usually go hiking on a trail, and then once I get all my footage and pictures, then I'll go and work on thumbnails or create titles on the back end. So it's whatever you like to do regarding that. I'm just saying for what's been working for me for the last 2 to 3 days, just going in and just refining my thumbnails that I've had from materials that I've uploaded a month and a half ago, and just playing around with titles. Usually, if I upload anything to YouTube, I'll give a video or title at least about maybe 72 to 96 hours, so 3 to 4 days, to see if it hits or if it get a certain amount of views or anything. If I notice that after a couple of days it hasn't been any views or anything else, I would usually just go in and just delete it and then just re-upload it. Because what I've seen in the past is it seems as though with the algorithm that if you upload any material and then go back to change the title maybe a few days later, I haven't seen any success with changing titles or changing on the back end. But the funny thing is, I can upload something and let it sit for 45 days and don't get hits, and then turn right back around and delete all of it and re-upload it, and then it get hits. It's been times I've had on YouTube in which I've had a total of 800 or 900 videos combined, whether it was shorts and videos. And it's been times in which I deleted oftentimes 300 to 500 videos because they just were not getting hits, and then slowly go back and refine titles, and then they get hits. So I've been with me. I know being I'm a small channel. If a video gets 400 or 500 views, I'm content for now. The biggest title that I've had, or the biggest video that I've had so far, I've had one that hit nearly 10,000 views, and a couple more that hit seven, a couple more that hit 3 or 4 thousand. But on average, a good day for me is probably 400 or 500 views per video there. So I'm hoping once I'm able to get better at editing and everything else, it may get better. I will say that I've even utilized um, AI software for video editing a few days ago, and I got a few hits off of CapCut, utilizing a couple of the templates, but it pretty much dropped right back off within 48 to 72 hours. So CapCut is free. They do have other resources. They do have a pro version of CapCut that you can use to get more templates um, and more visual cues. But it just, to me, is almost hit or miss. What I've really used CapCut for was a lot of the videos that I've uploaded to YouTube that were under a minute. Oftentimes, I don't get it don't get uploaded as a short. It got uploaded as a video. So usually, when it's that case there, the only way to circumvent that system is to upload via CapCut, and then it'll give you the opportunity to make it a short. So anyone who's joining my live, thanks for joining. Really appreciate you joining so far. Just going over some things that I've seen that is going well, some things that's going that I can improve on. So to get better with the content that I've uploaded so far. So for the last few days, I've just been playing around with titles and different things there. Uh, Also, people who joined the title, thanks for joining. Again, I'm just going over some things regarding content that I've uploaded so far. Thanks for joining the live so far. Appreciate you joining. So I currently, again, for today's, thanks for subbing. I really appreciate you subbing, the recent person there. I'm just sitting there, just going day by day, just to see what works. I do plan on going hiking again, probably within the next few days. Probably to Rocky Mountain National Park on the East Inlet to do Adams Falls, Cascade Falls, and a few other trailheads along the East Inlet trails. Haven't hiked in about a week and a half. I just wanted to recover a little bit because my last time going hiking at the Brainerd Rec area, I hiked nearly 19 miles. So I was a little sore afterwards, but I'm just wanting to take some precaution just to let my body rest and recover for a week or so before I got back out there. So shouldn't be too bad. So based on everything that's going on so far, I just want to give a brief introduction to myself. I'm Byron. I've been uploading to YouTube it'll be 2 months in about 9 days. So I'm an avid hiker. I like to sightsee. I travel throughout the year, whether it's been state to state, national parks, or I normally go out the country and maybe once or twice a year. So most recently, I've been just gathering just bucket list places that I wish to hike, and and maximize my time here in Colorado. I will be moving to Cali within the next few weeks. Got a new job opportunity with the federal government, so I'm pretty excited for that opportunity here. So, what's important about my channel? Why should anyone subscribe to my channel? Is my goal is to give everyone a reason to smile. I do have a lot of great content on my channel. I love chasing waterfalls a lot, so you'll see content regarding waterfalls. I do like bodies of water, so you'll see me hiking along a lot of rivers, lakes, a lot of great trailheads throughout. Hi to everyone who's on the channel. I mean, hi to everyone who's on the live right now. Appreciate you being a part of the live. And on my channel so far, I can just give you a list of things I have on there. So I've been to 20 plus countries via vacation. So most recently, I went to Rio, Brazil this past December. I've been to Maldives. I've been to China. I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Italy. I've been to Paris. I've been to South Korea. I've been to Dubai, Kuwait. Been I'm a military veteran. I did do a lot of traveling through deployments, so I had a chance to go to Airjohn. I've been to Germany before, so and then states wise, I've been to 40 out of the 50 states. But one thing I do enjoy about the content that I've shared lately on YouTube is just a lot of the good feedback I receive from everyone. So if you're currently watching and you've watched my material, comment and like, I really appreciate you from bottom of my heart going to my channel and just actually doing those likes and comments, and anyone who's subscribed, I appreciate that as well. Definitely means a lot to me. Anyone who stops by the channel. So I'm just trying to come up with better ways to make my page better, fine tuning different things. It really does mean a lot to me there. So because I find myself to be a very authentic YouTuber. I'm new to it, but I want to present a reason for everyone to smile, regardless of what you got going on. Someone that may have stuff going on, being able to just view one of my videos of waterfalls, of just mountain views, or just something, just to take their mind off of what's going on. That's one thing that I really want to do with this channel. So it's not a certain niche on my channel. I have a laundry list of items that's on my channel. So waterfalls, hiking, during the football season, I go to a lot of 49er games because I'm a season ticket holder. So I go to Niner games home and away. Couple times a year, I'll go on vacation. Every December, I go on a birthday trip. Usually, I try to go to an island just for like a few days or so. So I'm just that type of person that just have a mixed bag of items on my page. I do have a second YouTube channel, which is Waterfall Chaser. It's pretty much strictly just waterfalls because I've seen a lot of people comment about the waterfalls I've posted on this channel, so I decided just to create a second channel that's dedicated to just waterfall chasing. So you'll see a lot of great waterfalls that I've visited so far. A lot of good footage there. I love like again bodies of water. I do love waterfalls in general, so that page is definitely be a good place to just look at the waterfalls that I've visited so far. Regarding national parks, been to 15 so far. So my list of national parks I've gone to has been Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Grand Canyon, Arches National Park, Glacier National Park, Badlands. I've been to Grand Tetons. I've been to Yellowstone. I've been to Mount Rushmore, and that's just to name a few. favorites among the ones I visited thus far is definitely going to be, it's a toss up between Zion, Grand Tetons, and Glacier. Because the reason why I like Zion has been the most visited part that I've gone to so far. I've been to Zion over 10 times. I do love all the views that Zion has. Trail, a lot of trails that's pretty much user friendly there. I do like that they have shuttles that'll take you from trailhead to trailhead. Most national parks have that same setup, but it's just a matter of just being able to see sights, going on different hikes and seeing a lot of mountain views from the top of the mountain, and then seeing a lot of valley lows. It's amazing just seeing the different aspects of hiking at Zion. I've been to Angel's Landing about 6 times there. That's probably one of the most strenuous hikes, not only in Zion, but probably from state to state. Far as up hills, and then once you get up top Zion, then the rails and the fence that go up Angel's Landing. So it's definitely a great place to visit there. So the trails I've hit so far outside of Angel's Landing has been the Emerald Pools Trail. I've done the West Rim Trail. The Pirates Trail is like a lot of. It's a nice place I like to visit at within Zion. It's a nice little waterfall there, and just a good flow of streams along the Pirates Trail. Been on the Grotto Trail, Watchman Tower. I mean, the Watchman Trail is probably one of the best scenic views outside of Angel's Landing at Zion National Park, because you can pretty much just see the whole outlook of Zion National Park from the Watchman Trailhead there. You do have the observation point that's also near the Watchman Trailhead as well. I've been to the Reaping Rock had a Reaping Rock Trailhead pretty much had it was a rock collapse that took place, I think, in 2019. So they closed that trail for nearly a couple years. So I don't know if the Weeping Rock Trailhead is back open, but that was a nice little trailhead as well. I've done the Narrows at Zion as well. Narrows is definitely a great view of scenic views there. I do want to do the subway at some point at Zion. I do know the subway requires a reservation, so I think I've seen a lot of great views online regarding the subway at Zion National Park. So I'm going to look at possibly on my next trip to Zion to go to the subway just to see those scenic views and waterfall views as well. Some other fun places I've gone to Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona. It's another nice place to visit for a scenic view. Antelope Canyon is not too far from there. That's on my bucket list, a place to go just to see the nice art of structures of mountain views within that area. It's definitely a place that I want to go and visit. Jacobs Lake is also not too far from that location, so I do want to go visit that. The Arches was a day trip I did a few years ago. I was only able to do a couple trails because I went there with one of my coworkers, and usually if you go hiking with someone else, you gotta be mindful of of them as well. So due to due to me not hiking solo that particular time, I kind of missed out on a lot of trailheads. So that's pretty much why I like to go hiking solo, because I pretty much can do whatever I want while I'm hiking, and have no limitations as it relates to it. So I got to go back to the arches. I did go to the Delicate Arch, and I think I did two more trailheads there, but I didn't get a chance to see all the trails that I wish to do at the Arches National Park. So probably within, if I don't get there this year, I'll make sure that I try the Arches National Park again so I can really enjoy that park there. Let's see here. Bryce Canyon. That is definitely in a unique park. It's a place in which you can pretty much see a lot of scenery. But what I do like about Bryce Canyon is the fact that you can pretty much the texture of the hiking land there is amazing. Very smooth land there. The trails are very scenic. But you pretty much hike from the top of the mountain down the mountain. So that what makes Bryce Canyon a little unique than other places. So you're hiking down from the top of the mountain to see other views. But what that means is if you have a downward hike to go see different trailheads, and you gotta go upwards on the way up. So that can make you possibly think about that on the way coming back. But I did see about six. I think I did 6 or 7 different trailheads at Bryce Canyon. That was also just a day trip there. So I will go back there and visit that national park again at some point. But with me, I wanna I wanna go to as many national parks as possible before I double back because I think I can be missing out on parks if I don't just see other national parks before I come back to that. So that wasn't bad. I also did the Grand Canyon National Park. It wasn't too far from Zion National Park. That was a day trip. I did do about 5 or 6 different trails there. I do like that they have a lot of platforms throughout on certain trailheads, so you can pretty much go and do a lot of trails, and there'll be a platform or area that you can go and take pictures and videos regarding the area that you're in. So I do like that aspect of it. So I do want to note that I do want to go and visit a couple more national parks in Utah. Um, Doing my 2 week hike a couple years ago, I had every intentions to go to Capitol Reef and go to Canyonlands while I was in Utah, but I decided just to change it up a bit, just to add in the Grand Canyons and add in the Grand Tetons hike in Wyoming. So next few times I go to Utah, I may split my time up with Zion and then go and do Capitol Reef and Canyonlands because I did see a lot of good views, a lot of good hikes at both of those national parks. So that would definitely be on my radar for that. So Grand Tetons is probably a gem that people just don't know about. It's a great place to visit. A lot of good views. A lot of trailheads that have great parking at the Grand Teton. So I think I went to about 12 trails over a 2 day span. I went to the Taggart Trailhead to park, and then I hiked Taggart Lake, Bradley Lake, and Lee Lake. A lot of great trails, some shaded areas in between, a little bit of elevation, but yeah, Bradley Lake and Lee Lake, which is two of my favorite hikes at Grand Canyon, but Grand Tetons was because the mountain views is right behind the lake, so it's a lot of reflective views that you'll see at Bradley Lake and Lee Lake. Breathtaking views, and it's different as if different vantage points within each hike, so you can hike along both of the lakes and be able to see different vantage points and videos of the mountainside at both of those locations there. Then I went to Jenny Lake, which is a great scenic view at Grand Tetons. A lot of people go to Jenny Lake just to see just the views of the lake, but don't stop there if you go to Jenny Lake. It's a lot of other places you can visit off of Jenny Lake. Um, Two in particular would be the Hidden Falls and Inspirational Point. Inspirational Point is a nice uphill climb. You can pretty much, once you get up top, you can see the mountain views from the top and just the whole flow of Jenny Lake. At that location, I believe it might be a tenner. It might be a tenner. If it's not a tenner, it's probably just below a tenner. So there. So that wasn't a bad place to visit. The star of the show and that location was Hidden Falls. Hidden Falls is a towering hike. Not towering hike, but towering waterfall. A lot of great views at Hidden Falls. Nice little place just to chill by the waterfall. Some people just will swim by that waterfall, and just for the views alone, it's not a bad spot to visit. Next, I went to the Chapel of the Sacred Heart. That one had a chapel that you can go in and view, and then behind the chapel was a lakeside view, which is it's like it just opens up. You can see it's crystal clear waters with the mountain backdrop. Definitely an amazing spot to visit while you're there. After that, I went to the Snake Overlook. That was another area too that had great viewpoints. It was around sunset when I went there. I also went to a couple more locations while I was there. The Jackson Dam was a great viewpoint of the dam that flows through Grand Tetons. And then I hit another 4 or 5 different places while I was there. So nice viewpoint. What I do like about that area is a lot of hotels are within 12 miles of the park. A lot of good restaurants, a lot of history in the city of Jackson. I love trying local cuisine because I'm a food lover, so I do love tasting different types of food when I go hiking and visiting a state in the area. You definitely got all of that in Jackson, right outside Grand Tetons National Park. After that, did go to Yellowstone National Park for a day trip. Got a chance to see a couple bears. I saw some elk, saw some deers, and saw a lot of great geysers. Went to Old Navy, no, Old Navy. Went to Old Faithful Trailhead and had a chance to see about 40 or 50 geysers along the Old Faithful Trailhead and the upper basin in the West Basin there. My favorites were the Old Faithful geyser, Castle geyser, the giant geysers, the Sapphire pool, the Morning Glory pool, the Gem pool, the Abyss pool, and the Dionysian pool. Um, Most of those pools that I saw were of blue nature because I love the color of blue. So seeing a lot of ocean blue geyser pools were an amazing viewpoints. Some of the geysers were pretty much a stone structure, so you'll see the volcanic fluid level, and then if you were to stare down, you can see that it goes um, into deep into the pretty much the ground level there. So a lot of great views at Yellowstone National Park. I did go to the Alexa, not Alexa, the Elixir um, crater geyser. It's right next to the Grand Prismatic Spring. Definitely, those two geysers were an amazing. The landscape of the Grand Prismatic Spring is it nearly looks like the size of a football field on how long that structure is, and got different hues of different colors of red, blue, green, orange, and it seems like you're walking on flames. It's literally, you got a walkway you can walk, but it just seems like you can see the fumes coming up from the ground level at times there. And then on the opposite side with the Lexer crater, that is a baby blue geyser that has fumes always coming up from it. It almost looks like you're walking in the clouds by that geyser. It's not too many parks available at that trailhead, so oftentimes you'll see buses and different vans of people driving to that place, and they're just touring just those areas. So just be mindful if you're going to the Grand Prismatic Spring Trailhead that you may want to get there a little early because there's not too many other places you can park. Some people park alongside the road, but just be careful. Try to beat the crowd. There's a Fairy Falls trailhead that's there, in which if you take that trailhead up the mountain, you can look down at the Grand Prismatic. So it is a great viewpoint for you as well from the top of the mountain and looking down. That's one thing I wish I had did when I was there. So when I go back to Yellowstone, I'm gonna do the Fairy Falls trailhead and be able to get a good viewpoint of the Grand Prismatic from the top. One of the best waterfalls I've seen there was at the Mystic Fall. It's a, it's like a black and it almost looks like a volcanic waterfall. It's just a structure of black and grayish rocks that's there, and a waterfall just flowing straight down from it. Great viewpoint from being at Yellowstone there. So if you get a chance to visit there, visit Mystic Falls. Is definitely, it could be a moderate hike, some inclines, but not too bad on that side there. So it wasn't overall. I had a great time at Yellowstone as well. So after that, I drove back to Jackson for the night, back to my hotel, and then the next day I drove back to Salt Lake City because I had a flight the following day to Cozumel, Montana, to go to Glacier National Park. So Glacier National Park is definitely a nice place to visit as well. My favorite places to visit there was going to the Sun Road. Not sure why I'm yawning. I got about 9 hours of sleep last night. Going to the Sun Road was probably the most scenic place to visit while you're at Glacier National Park. You can get to a lot of trailheads from there. If you don't have a time entry reservation, you won't be able to get to the going to the Sun Road. So for all reservations, not only for Glacier but all national parks, go to recreation.gov and just purchase the time entry permit. Usually it's a couple bucks, and it gives you access to other parts of the national park that you're visiting there. So when I got to Guns Sun Road, I pretty much hit the road about 4 o'clock from my hotel and just drove there, and then just went to first place I went at Glacier was the St. Mary's Falls on Trailhead. So I went to visit the Barrens Falls, Sun Point, St. Mary's Falls, and Virginia Falls. So 3 out of 4 hikes had waterfalls on them, which is right up my alley. Had a great time on that trailhead. So first place that I visited on the initial trailhead was Sun Point. Sun Point had a lot of great scenic views. The lake that's flowing through there was like a turquoise color description there, so it looked bluish green. Great views from the mountainside. A lot of clay type dirt along the trail. So one thing about Glacier, you will see a lot of different hues of everything: water, sand, trees, rocks, all different colors. So as I hike to some point, you can see the rivers to your right and the flow of the river, I mean, of the lake below. And then when you get to some point, it is a coastline view in which the waves and stuff flow up to that area and it's crystal clear water. So it's amazing seeing crystal clear water coming at you at the coastside on the coastline area and then looking straight ahead to the mountains, mountain view that's there. But all in all, Sun Point was an amazing place to visit. Right after that, I went to the Barron Falls. Barron Falls has a nice, great waterfall that's coming from the mountainside. It's coming at an angle and then out. There's a lot of places there that you can just sit underneath the tree or sit by the waterfall and just enjoy the view. Wasn't a bad hike to that location. Stayed there for about 30 or 45 minutes, just enjoying the waterfall, took a few pictures, recorded a few videos, and that was pretty much it for the Barron Falls. But it's a great place just to relax and chill out, eat lunch for maybe an hour or two, and then head back. My two favorite trails on the St. Mary's Falls trailhead, of course, it was the St. Mary's Falls and the Virginia Falls. Both of those waterfalls was amazing. The St. Mary's Falls is pretty much the start of the show at that location. Pretty much have a nice turquoise color waterfall. So as you're getting to St. Mary's Trail, not trailhead, but to St. Mary's Falls, there's a bridge that's right there. So the significance of the bridge. Some people take pictures from the bridge. Some people jump from the bridge. And when I said jump from the bridge, jump from the bridge. It's pretty much a 10 to 15 feet drop from the bridge to the falls. Oftentimes, probably have about 15 to 20% of hikers that go to St. Mary's Falls. They jump from the bridge into the falls. Um, the significance of it, it is cold at St. Mary's Falls. The water is cold all year long. So it doesn't matter when you go to Glacier, St. Mary's Falls is always cold. So, but if you're not the person that want to jump into St. Mary's Falls, you can hike along the rocks, right, right outside of that bridge to get the top view of the falls. It pretty much comes down from the mountainside and then zigzags and flows to the opposite side of the bridge. So if you don't want to jump in the falls, you can just go as soon as you get off the bridge. Just go to the right of the bridge, and there's other places there that you can just climb up on a couple sets of rocks and observe the flow of the Virginia Falls. Or just if you want to dip at the falls right there, it's not too bad in that location. On the opposite side of the bridge, it's just the flow of where the water goes from the fall down there. So it's pretty much flows to the lake side. So it's not gonna be like a rush of flows on the opposite side of the bridge. It gets calm as soon as it gets to the other side of the bridge. So some people just go to the opposite. They go underneath the bridge and just chill out on a few rocks and just observe the falls because when the falls come from the top of the bridge and then flows down, well, top of the mountain, it flows down and then it's a certain part underneath the bridge where you can see the other side of the flow of the bridge, which is an amazing view point there. But some people just would just sit there on a few rocks and just chill there for hours at a time, just taking in the viewpoints and then just chilling. But if you want to go to the Virginia Falls, I believe it's another 2 miles up here, uphill climb. You do have a couple Virginia Falls waterfalls offsprings along that trailhead. So just know where the Virginia Falls is near the top of the mountain. But before you get to that location, there are other offspring falls that you'll see in which the water flows. So the water flows from the Virginia Falls, and then it just goes along a certain path, and then it from those paths are other waterfalls. It's still considered Virginia Falls, but it's more than likely you'll see probably three different waterfalls that's flowing from Virginia Falls at different vantage points along the trail. So it could be kind of muddy along the trailheads there. I know when I went hiking there, it was kind of muddy going up, and it's kind of like a clay dirt situation. So make sure you have some good hiking shoes or boots as you're going, because you could possibly slip on the trailhead there. Once I got up top to Virginia Falls, it is another nice open area up there. The falls is coming down from the top of the mountain like a shower, and it's definitely a great viewpoint. Some people will take poses by the waterfall because there's a lot of surface area by the falls, so you can take a lot of pictures in front of the falls, beside the falls, and it's a lot of places up there that you can just sit down and just relax and just observe the views. The good thing about Virginia Falls, so is where the Virginia Falls is when you see the waterfalls coming down from the mountainside. If you were to look in the opposite direction, you'll see the flow of the Virginia Falls, and you'll be able to see the flow go down the mountainside there, and it's a great scenic view of everything coming down from the Virginia Falls. So I ended up staying at the St. Mary's Trailhead for about 6 hours. I got there around six. I've been about between 5:30 and 6 o'clock there, and then I left around 11 o'clock and proceeded down the Golden Sun Road and went to Logan Pass. Logan Pass is a great place to visit while you're in Glacier. You do have a nice souvenir shop there, so you can get a lot of your souvenirs and goodies for your friends and family there. And then there's a trailhead there to Hidden Lake. So I hiked up to Hidden Lake. I did come across another waterfall along the trailhead and beautiful wildflowers. So depending on what time of the year you go to Glacier National Park, you will see a waterfall with a lot of wildflowers. There's like a field of wildflowers throughout. There's a couple places that you can hike along Hidden Lake that had other um, scenic mountain views. Those climbs up those mountainsides are very steep and very uphill. So just be careful if you decide to hike along those different viewpoints along Hidden Lake. Um, I did see two mountain goats along the Hidden Lake trailhead, which I really loved and enjoyed seeing them there. They were white mountain goats, pretty much just very friendly. Um, no one went up to pet them or anything, but just be mindful if you're going hiking and you see wildlife, don't engage them. Just let them be. You don't want to get injured or hurt fulfilling your dream of petting a wildlife animal. Um, Probably isn't the best thing to do while you're on a trailhead there. So when I got to Hidden Lake, there's like a loop that you can go around just to see different parts of it. It's a great viewpoint of the mountainside and the flow of the lake there. And then if you were to turn around, if you were to turn around, you can look back and see the mountainside on the opposite side in the direction that you hiked up. So it is a great viewpoint of mountainside by Hidden Lake, as well if you were to look back along the trailhead that you came up. So just know Glacier is a mixed bag of goodness. Um, there's not a trail that I went to that I didn't have fun. It was wonderful views each step of the way. At that time, it was around 4 o'clock p.m. There was a lot of overcast. It rained and drizzled while I was at Lake Logan Pass by Hidden Lake. So I should have ended my day there, but I wanted to sneak in a couple more trails. So when I left Logan Pass, I drove to the Trail of the Cedars. My goal was to go to Avalanche Lake, but Trail of the Cedars is right there. So I walked the loop, enjoyed the different types of cedars that was along that trailhead, and then had the chance to see a nice, cool waterfall that flowed through the cedars. It was an amazing viewpoint at the Trail of the Cedars trailhead. So from there, it was close to it was about a quarter to five, and I decided, well, it hasn't rained yet in this area. Let me hike up to Avalanche Lake. So Avalanche Lake was about 3 miles up. So I did pass a few people that went swimming there. That's probably the most frequent place to go swimming at Glacier National Park. So a lot of people would go there. So I started hiking, and then not even a mile into it, it started drizzling. Then 15 minutes later, downpour. Uh, I was kind of disappointed because I really wanted to get to Avalanche Lake, and I should have just pushed that to the following day. And I didn't. I paid the price. The Sony over here, the Sony over ear headphones that I have, these right here, got drenched real bad. So I don't know if you can tell the inside of my Sony over ear headphones. All of this happened on the trailhead. It took it took almost it took almost 5 to 6 months for those to even dry. So I'm happy that they started working months later, but I would have had to buy me another pair of headphones because those headphones was about $400 when I purchased them a few years ago. So I was very excited about that there. So it wasn't too bad. So I got back to my car, very drenched, very disappointed, but it wasn't it wasn't too bad there. So I packed up, went back to my car, and just I rested the following day, and then flew to South Dakota the other day. I mean, the following day, just to go to Mount Rushmore, and then I went to Badlands the following day. But I want to talk about a trip I haven't spoke about yet, and that was to Olympic National Park. So Thanksgiving Day that week, the 49ers were slated to to play the Seahawks. So I flew into Seattle a couple days before Thanksgiving, and my goal was to go to Mount Rainier one day, and then go to Olympic the following day, or vice versa. As I picked up my rental car, I asked the person as I was leaving out. I said, "Well, how uh, I'm thinking about going to Mount Rainier and Olympic while I'm here. Which one would be best to visit?" He stated that during that time of the year, Mount Rainier is pretty much very it's very wet, muddy during that time of the year. So if I were to go, it wouldn't be a good experience. So the agent pretty much um, pushed for me to go to Olympic National Park. So I was very happy that I went to Olympic because I had the chance to see a lot of great viewpoints. I went there and visited the Spruce Railroad Trail, which is has a unique place there called the Devil Punch Bowl. Um, the Devil's Punch Bowl is a pretty much a lake that's part of the Crescent Lake. And it's pretty much hues of blue. Blue water, green water, clear water. You'll see all three hues as part of that trailhead. And it was an amazing viewpoint. It just seeing the crystal clear waters, and then seeing blue, then seeing green, depending on what vantage points you saw, was amazing. It's hard to describe what I saw as part of that trailhead because I literally was mesmerized. A lot of people who go to Devil's Punch Bowl, they do go swimming there as well. So you are allowed to swim in that water, but I also was told that that water is also cold and cool. So if you do decide to go to Devil's Punch Bowl and take a dip, just be careful. But I wanted to go swimming myself, but it was late November, so it wouldn't make sense for me to go swimming during that time of year into the Devil's Punch Bowl. But it is very mesmerizing. I do have a lot of videos of the Devil's Punch Bowl on my channel, so if you were to go to my channel, you can see videos of the Devil's Punch Bowl. And if you are viewing it, if you are in tune to my live, I am traveling with promise, 2 L's. I capture moments that I've experienced, whether hiking, sightseeing, chasing waterfalls, 49er games. I just have a mixed bag of different content that I have on this page. Um, I would like to say thank you for everyone who stops by my channel regularly or every now and then to see my content. I really appreciate you doing that. Um, 'Cause my goal is to be a content creator that provides great material to everyone who visits my page. I know I won't be successful without you, so anytime you decide to like, comment, or subscribe to my page, it means the world to me. I'm very appreciative of everyone who stops by my page, everyone who takes the time to comment or like. It just really, really means a lot. I do want to, at some point, become monetized on the channel. I do know I have a long road ahead of me, but I'm getting there. I know I'm currently I did gain a few more followers as I was live. So I'm now at 220 subscribers on the channel so far. So thank you everyone who's subscribed to the channel so far. It does really mean, again, the world to me. Um, I do want to get monetized at some point. I do know the first step is to get the 500 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours. And then if you get the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000, you can generate revenue from ads and everything. So I believe I'll get my subscribers first before I get my watch hours because watch hours wise, I'm very behind. I may have 220 subscribers, but I only have 65 watch hours so far. So I think the biggest obstacle that I'm having right now with my watch hours are I do have a good amount of videos, long form videos, but just not getting the watch hours from those videos so far. I'm getting a lot of views from my shorts, but not as much from my long form videos. So if you're visiting my page, oftentimes some of the videos I have posted that are below a minute for some reason, they all didn't get classified as shorts. Some got classified as videos, even though they're only 20, 30, 40, or 50 seconds or under a minute. So the, the bulk of my content, especially the good content, are in my videos, not in my shorts. So when you go to my page and look at different videos, uh, there's a lot of good content on shorts, but there's better content on my videos and the long form videos. So take the time to visit my page and look at some shorts, look at some long form videos, and see what you like. Either way, I'm very appreciative for you even stopping by and just being a part of this live and being a part of just my channel as a whole. So, um, one thing I want to say before I close out is just as a small channel or just in life, just take everything day by day. It's I know in life, I know in life everything may not work out the way that you wanna work out, but keep your head in the game, keep moving forward, and just know in life you may have to make some stops, you may have to rest, but almost like if you're on a trail, take your rest while you're on the trail. Um, but after you get back up, keep moving till you get to the destiny, to the finish line. Don't quit. Just keep going in life, and you'll reach your goal. There. And if you don't know, again, I'm Byron. My tag on this channel is traveling with promise with two L's. I'm an avid hiker who likes waterfalls, rivers, different flows of water. I like to sightsee and just travel throughout the year. I will be relocating to California in the next few weeks. I'm very excited about that upcoming move there. I'm more excited about the other hikes and national parks that I haven't been able to visit yet that I'm going to be able to visit. So, like the Joshua Tree, Kings and Sequoia parks, Channels National Park, the Lassen Volcanic Park, um, Death Valley, Pinnacles, all those national parks will be not too far from me. So I'm very excited about the opportunity of finally getting to where I wanted to be. My goal, my end game was to get to California, to move there and be able to live my life, retire, and all that. That was my goal, and to finally be able to get to that point is amazing. I would just say in life, like I said, don't look at how don't look at what it took for you to get there. Just be thankful that you got there. You're gonna have trials and tribulations in life, but we gotta keep our head in the game and go with the flow. And usually, when you go with the flow, you get the result that you wish to attain. So it's been a great 57 minutes. I'll probably get off of this live in a couple of minutes, but in the comments, when you get a chance or when you view this video, let me know what national parks you may have visited so far, what national parks that you wish to visit next. Let me know what you liked about certain national parks, what your favorite trails were, anything that you liked about a certain national park. Definitely let me know in the comments so we can have some great dialogue with anyone who decides to join the live or catch this video on at a later date. So again, I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to who has subscribed to my channel so far. I appreciate your likes and your comments. To anyone who's viewing this video, again, I'm an avid hiker. I like to chase waterfalls. I like having fun. I like sightseeing. I like just living out the best things in life at one moment at a time. So I am very thankful for everything that I've achieved so far, but I'm very excited about my future. And not only my future, I'm very excited about your future as well. So as my future is bright, your future is also bright. So thank you for joining my live. Again, my upcoming hikes will more than likely be at the Adams Falls and the Cascade Falls, which is at the East Inlet. That's part of the Rocky Mountain National Park. Hopefully, I can get there within the next few days, be able to get back out with nature, chase some more waterfalls, and just take my mind off of life just for that moment in time. But like, comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everything that you do as part of my channel. If you wish to support my channel outside of liking, subscribing, or commenting, I do have a Cash App It is Living with a Purpose 20. Any contributions that you decide to give would definitely be helpful with the content that I wish to create, materials, and possibly navigating to where I need to go. So, again, everyone have a wonderful and blessed day. I appreciate you tuning in to my live for this past hour. And like, comment, and please subscribe. I do want to get to my goal, initial goal of 500 subscribers, and to my long-term goal of 1,000. And I know I can't make it without you. So have a wonderful day. Keep up the good work. And until next time, Godspeed.